Hey guys, tYBoMB here. Welcome back to the channel. I'm really excited to share with you guys. I have a new build. It's going to be done in a series of multiple episodes, so be on the lookout for those episodes. But we have a lot of cool parts here today that I want to show, various installations of each, and help out beginners learn how to install these parts, and maybe teach some veterans a little bit of things that I've picked up over the years. But we have a lot of great parts here. Super excited to have this high airflow Evo 700 case. It has some crazy awesome features. And even though we don't have the newest graphics cards, the 4090, we do have a 3090 Ti, which I'm very excited to install and show you guys. So thanks for watching and enjoy. Hey guys, so for this episode we're going to go ahead and install the power supply into the case and then follow up with the motherboard, and then subsequent episodes we'll go ahead and install the rest of the parts like the CPU and RAM and whatnot. So let's dive right in. Alright guys, so this case is massive, and there's a certain way to open it. So in the back here you got to take the top off to get the sides off first. Basically you're going to undo the screw back here, pull this up, and the whole top comes off. And all this allows for airflow and blocks dust. Depending on your radiator and fans that you're using, it may cause it to collect more dust. So the side case here comes off like this, and then inside we have I think these are the hard drive cages. So we're not going to deal with any of that today. Alrighty, and let's go ahead and get the back side off, because our power supply is going to go right in here. It's covered from the front, so you can't see it. So we're going to install it right in here. So I believe they call this a toolless style case. So everything has little switches and clamps and stuff, but you don't actually have to unscrew anything, which is really nice. So here's where all the case cabling is. We're going to open up the power supply box. So we got a 1300 watt power supply for this, just to make sure we have enough power for all the stuff we want to run in there. Got a massive switch right here. All the cabling goes. It's got VGA, your motherboard, you know, all your connectors for your graphics cards, whatnot, SATA cables, SATA power, sorry. So, yeah, let's go ahead and install this. So obviously, you want the power cable to be able to plug in from the outside, so you're going to install this like this. And again, this is a toolless case, so you should be able to do it without using any screws or any screwdrivers or tools or anything like that. So make sure it's up there flush, and then these built-in screws right here, you're just going to twist. This is where you'll be putting, this is your motherboard. They're all labeled. So motherboard, SATA power, you've got your VGA, CPU, all the stuff that you need to run your PC. So basically we're going to plug these cords in later on, and the cabling will go through these rubber grommets, if you will. And you can do all your cable management on this side, so it's not visible to the other side with the glass on this case, and have some cool RGB going, and you know, show off your case. I'm going to tuck these away for now. So now we're going to unbox the motherboard. It's a Z690 Aorus Master. It's got 5 M.2 slots. So it's got a lot of storage capability. You don't want to create static. So this is an anti-static bag. And I just like to put the motherboard on top of the box in the anti-static bag, and that way we can make sure we don't fry anything. Take off some of this packaging stuff. So this board has 5 M.2 slots. So again, you can have a lot of storage in there. It's got one PCIe 5.0 slot and two 3.0 slots down at the bottom. It's a Z690 chipset, and it's got an LGA 1700 socket. So what we're going to be using for CPU is an Intel 12900 KS. You got your CPU power up here and motherboard power down here. And we're going to go ahead and install the motherboard into the case. So we're going to pick this board up. It's got a covering on the back, so you don't have to worry about touching the chip itself, the board. And so what I'm doing is there's these standoffs. There should be 9 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and they should line up and correspond to the holes on the motherboard. So that's basically what I'm going to try and do right here, is set it in there, and then we're going to screw each one in and secure it to the case. And then at the same time, you want the back of your motherboard here where all your inputs are, where your peripherals can go, and you're going to want to pop it in to the backing. And so in the case, we got a bunch of screws and nuts and whatnot, and you got your motherboard screws, so we're just going to put those in. It helps to have a magnetic screwdriver. I'm going to shove that in there. You don't have to tighten it down all the way, but now that's secure. It really doesn't matter how you do it, but you know, if you want to do diagonal and make sure everything gets tightened the way it should be, you can do that, or you can just go in a line and do 3, 3, and 3. Some of these holes are kind of in places that are difficult to get to, so I mean, it really does help to have that magnetic screwdriver. So I'm going to check to see under this thermal guard to see if there's another hole. There should be. This will pop right off. Our hole is right here. It was under the thermal guard. What I'm going to do is I'm going to secure this thermal guard back on top. We'll end up taking it off again later, but just so I don't lose it, because I think what we're going to do is have that as our next episode. And since we're here, what I want to do is I'm going to show you guys the other slots for the M.2 drives, just so you're aware when you are installing yours. Alright, we got all the screws out. We're going to take this thermal cover off, and you can see you have 4 more. So 5 total M.2 drives that you can have put in here. So it's a very nice board. So just as a note, side note, don't over tighten your motherboard screws. You don't want to damage it and have it not function properly when you need it to. I can circle back on the case. This case, being a high airflow case, it has numerous options. You can have multiple fans. I mean, a lot of fans. You can have 2 360 millimeter radiators on top. I believe you can have a 360 millimeter radiator right here, and on the back side, which is actually the front, if you're looking at it from the front, are 2 massive 200 millimeter fans. And then down here, they have 1 fan pre-installed. This thing actually oscillates, and you can hold it up if you wanted to remove these little panels. You could either put in 2 more of these RGB fans, or you could put in another radiator down there. The possibilities are endless, is what I'm trying to say with the amount of airflow that you can get in here. So we didn't install any of the cables from the power supply to the motherboard or any of the case fans or anything like that. And the reason I did that is because we're going to be working with the CPU, the RAM, and the SSD next time, and I don't want a bunch of cables just all around while I'm trying to install those. It'll just kind of make it a little bit harder. So we will eventually install those and get everything plugged in. So be looking out for our next episode. And like I said, we'll be doing the RAM, SSD, and the CPU next time. Thanks for watching.